Hi guys, it's Miss Smith here. Hope you're all okay and having a really nice little day so far. I've put together a little informative podcast for you to watch at your leisure with loads and loads of top tips and techniques to help you live your best life during lockdown. So, coming up on the podcast, we're going to start by having a look at some of the emotions that you may be experiencing at the moment. I've put together a guide for parents and carers. I've thrown together some of my top tips and techniques to help cope with some of the emotions that you may be feeling. I've also put together a cool little quiz with rebus and riddle puzzles. We're going to look at how school can support you at the moment. And finally, I've created some slides with useful links and apps. So let's start with looking at how you may be feeling at the moment. You may be feeling anxious about COVID, the future, or this new way of learning. With all the information in the media and the changing rules, it's easy to feel a little confused at times. Believe it or not, guys, staying at home can actually make you even more tired. Let's face it, the fact that we can't see our friends or family at the moment is not ideal. Not spending that face-to-face contact time might feel a little bit strange and may leave you feeling a little disconnected at times. Angry or frustrated. I mean, does this really have to happen during our lifetime? The situation we find ourselves in is unprecedented, which may leave you feeling a little angry. The most important thing to remember though, guys, is that it's okay. It's okay to be feeling any of these emotions, and hopefully this podcast will help you cope with them a little bit better. So let's have a look at how you parents and carers can support. Talking to the child about what's going on and keeping communication as open as you can is key. Try to answer any of your child's questions and reassure them in an age-appropriate manner. Encourage your child to do things that help them when they're finding things difficult. Reassure them that this will pass, you are there for them, and you will get through this together. Keep as many regular routines going as possible to help your child feel safe and secure. And last but not least, spend time doing a positive activity together. You'll see here, I found a really cool little illustration online, 8 ways to help children struggling during lockdown. Over on the left here, we've got the stress relief giraffe. This is a really cool little tool full of exercises and techniques for the children to be doing when they're feeling different levels of stress. And over on the right here, I found another guide to help support your child's well-being while schools are partially closed. So kids, my top tips and techniques. Maintain a good sleep pattern. Now, I know sometimes getting to sleep can be challenging in itself, so my top tip would be to pop your phone on the side for the last hour before you want to fall asleep and spend that hour doing other things like reading a book, listening to some podcasts, or doing some meditation using the Headspace or Calm app. Maintaining a good routine is also really important. My advice would be to follow your school timetable to help you keep track of your day. Staying organised is the key to success. Just as you would do in school, do a quick equipment check at the beginning of the day and keep your timetable nearby so you know what's coming up next. Filling your breaks with meaningful activities is also key. This could be catching up with friends, reading a book, or listening to some music. That little tab on Google Classroom where you can message your teacher is also really useful. They are still there to help you with any questions you may have. The same goes for me, your PSM, or your head of year. Please discuss any issues you may have and we will do our best to help. Spending time doing things that you love is also really important, guys. You could learn a new skill, like a new language, for example. There's a really cool app called Duolingo. If you enjoy cooking, you could spend your free time trying out new recipes on BBC Good Foods, for example. There are loads and loads of things out there to keep your mind and brain active. So here's a little quiz that I've put together. On the left, you'll see 9 images. Each image represents either a word or a phrase. And over on the right there, you've got some riddles to try and figure out. Please pause the podcast now to give yourself some time to find the answers. So here are the answers, guys. I find riddles and rebus puzzles really good fun. Also, family quizzes are another way to get together and have a really good laugh. So let's have a look at how school can help you at the moment. I will continue to make the daily calls to you guys. Please let me know if you have any problems, big or small, and I will do my best to help you. The school newsletter is really useful for information and also helps the school stay a little bit connected. I've got a copy of the Google Classroom guide, guys, so if you are struggling, please let me know and I can ping it in an email to you. That little tab on Google Classroom is so important, guys. Please, if you are struggling, message your teacher because at the end of the day, we are still here to help. So here are some really useful links that I've found. We've got NHS Every Child Matters, which centres around young people's health, mental health. You guys will already know about Kooth. It's an online counselling community. We also have Young Minds and STEM4, which are full of guides and resources around supporting teenage mental health. And I've also popped the link up for Child Bereavement UK. Here are some apps that I find really useful as well. As I mentioned before, learning a new language could be something that you can busy yourself doing. Duolingo app is absolutely perfect for that. Also, if you are doing Spanish as well, it's a really fun way to brush up on your Spanish skills. Rebus puzzles that we did earlier in the quiz are really good fun. There's a good app called Rebus Puzzles. There are thousands on there to keep you busy. Quiz Up app is also really cool. It's full of thousands and thousands of different categories. You could link up with a member of your family or some friends and get competitive. We've got the Calm app and the Headspace app, which are brilliant for guided meditation, unguided or semi-guided meditation. They're full of really cool courses. What I would suggest, guys, would be to try both and see which one fits you best. And finally, we have the Combined Minds app, which is another one to help support young people and their families with mental health. Finally, guys, I just want to say a big well done to everyone. You're all trying your best, and I am really, really, really impressed. Keep going. You're all doing great. Bye.